2 years ago when I started this channel, the first video that I had on here was about Cryptoblades. Because if we go back in time and take a look at how it used to be when we started, and you can see the point where we started, this went up quite well. Behind my camera at the moment, if you take a look, skill used to be $160 at the very peak. Wasn't that insane? What happened since? Because you can see the graph. The green stopped being green. There's a whole bunch of red. Things didn't really go that well when it comes to Cryptoblades. Something that used to be worth like hundreds of dollars, then tens of dollars, and then dollars is now worth 50 cents. Skill is at 50 cents. Market cap, less than $500,000. This used to be at what? A couple $100 million, maybe even $1 billion at some point. Oh, things change, don't they? They change quite a lot. Is this still profitable? And I ran the numbers and I logged into my Cryptoblades account, which is now available on like 15 chains that nobody asked. I found my old account to see how it looks like at the moment and to connect to it. And I also noticed that I used to have like, I think like 30, 40, 50 accounts, a lot of them. Most of them, you can't really play the game with that. But I played it for a day, not too long ago, on my main account, like the main accounts I had with the main weapons. Oof, it didn't really go that well, especially when you do the math. So, back then, you had titles that I also made with make $50 a day, make $100 a day, maybe even $200. And that was generally true if you got in really early and you had good characters before anybody else. Per fight, when you had 200 stamina, let me show you how the fights look like at the moment, you had your characters like this. Now, even though the website looks a little bit more modern, honestly I feel like it looks worse than it used to. You can't even spin your character around, just that the artwork is a little nicer. You can see behind me, we still have our characters. For example, this account used to be 4 fire characters, or like fire element characters, whatever they're called, right? I think you had fire, water, electricity, earth, something like that. Those are the 4 elements. And you have the info for your character, your XP, your stamina, all that. You have your equipment, your upgrade, your skins, your options. Here's how this game became like really bad now at the moment. First of all, the token price is 300 times less than it used to be. That's one major thing. But now if you want to fight, you have to equip a weapon first. So when you take a look at the equipment that you have, everything you have available, for example, I still have this 4-star sword and a couple 3 stars. Instead of using one single weapon for your entire account, so when you had 4 characters, you usually used one weapon, 4 characters, they all use the same weapon and it works. Now it's different. If you want to use your characters, you have to equip a weapon to the character. That means you need 4 weapons per account. And that's not even that bad, because if you go to the marketplace, nothing has any worth, right? You can buy like a 5-star weapon for like 50 cents, which used to be like $500, now it's 50 cents. So it's not even that expensive to equip all your characters. And if you get 4 skill, that's like $2, you can buy the weapons. Now it comes to how much money you actually make, because they have a bad system. And that is, if we go to, which is now called play to earn up here instead of combat, you click on play to earn, and you have 3 different things. You have adventure, raid, and arena. You will click on adventure. This is the usual, we attack enemies, and it says you need to have a weapon equipped, right? I think I have a weapon equipped on the main character. Let's see. I don't. See, that's a big issue, so let's change to an account that has a weapon equipped, which would be this account over here. This one I think was water-based, where I have 4 characters. Yeah, 3 of them don't have a weapon, 1 has one equipped. And here's how the fight goes. Keep in mind, 1 skill is worth 50 cents. Now let's take a look at the gas fees, how much money we make, how much we get in the top right corner, and how much a single fight would yield. Because we still have to do 1 fight a day per character, so we burn 200 stamina. Let's say, very likely for victory, we can see how much skill we get down there, right? You would say, this one gives us 1 skill, they all give us 1 skill. That's how much we get. So we get 50 cents for doing this fight. Water is good against fire. Select this. We wait for our wallet to charge us. And oh look, our estimated gas fees are 22 cents, total 43 cents. We have to spend 43 cents to get 49 cents or 50 cents. So this is not the best system, but you would still say, well, that's a 7-cent profit. Here is the issue. I think when you really run this, let's just do a test and see how much this one actually charges in our wallet. Let's just confirm and then check the transaction. So in total, for the fight, we spent 21 cents to get 50 cents. That's not the worst deal. So we have 29 to 30 cents profit. Now, the website doesn't automatically update, so you have to refresh. And then you can see on the left-hand side that your stamina is depleted. You got some XP to level up. And in the top right corner, you have the skill added to your balance. You will see that you have unclaimed skill, right? I think I had like 1 or something before that. Now we have 1 additional skill. if you want to withdraw our skill, here's how it goes. Payout currency, skill, they also have valor, which is other currency. I think you use valor for XP or for the first 10 levels, which is another thing, by the way. If you buy a new character now and you start at level 1 with the character, I think the first 10 or 20 levels only grant you a valor, which is in-game currency that has no worth. So you can't even do much with that. Now we have skill, right? So out of our 2 skill that we want to withdraw, we have a multiplier of 0.4. That means if we want to withdraw 2 skill, we get 0.8. 0.821 to be exact. Which means if we get 40% of what we just spent, if we spent 20 cents to get 50 cents, and we get 40% of the 50 cents, then we get 20 cents in skill. So you see how this doesn't really work. If you play on a different chain, the gas fees are a lot less, like less than 20 cents as on the Binance Smart Chain. But even in that case, you would get like 10, 15, 20 cents maximum per fight. And you have to hope that skill doesn't go much lower. And when I tried this the last time, it was at roughly $1 or so over here. Now it's at 50 cents. All in all, when I ran the math, you barely make any profit. And that is, you might make like $5 a month with a maxed out account, level 40 characters, level 5 swords and everything. So after like 2 months you would break even, and on month 3 you make like $2 or $3 profit. But now look, we have quests. Wow, available quests. Where you can get, wow, look at this. Wow, 5-star weapons. Wow, crazy. What do we have to do? Submit $20. That's a nice quest. Is that a cool quest? You can give them $20 and then you get in-game items that you can use to make a little bit of money. By the way, I checked the multiplier on how much skill you earn, which used to be based on the weapon that you get. If you use a 1-star weapon or a 5-star weapon, do you know the difference? There's no difference. You make the same amount of skill, or at least less than 1% of a difference. So even buying and having a 5-star weapon as over here doesn't do much. They have certain events, I think they call it like happy hour or bonus hour, for like 1 hour a month that they announce on Discord, as far as I know, where you get a better multiplier. And if you save everything up until then you might make like $8 a month or 10. But the whole make $100 a day days, those are over for 2 years now. So this didn't really quite work. Now what went wrong? What went wrong between here and now? And it's fairly simple. First of all, how do they make money? New people buy characters, put money in, right? That's how the whole cycle works. You only generate money for the users if other people join, they give you money. Next up, they had this whole promise, which you might remember, called Cryptoblade Kingdom something, right? Cryptoblade Kingdoms. Look at that, they even have a token. That went very well for the token. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, of course, you have a market cap of unannounced. So this thing doesn't exist. 2 years ago, they had the plans of extending Cryptoblades, making it Cryptoblades Kingdoms, and then they had 1,000 by 1,000 land masses, so 1 million plots total. It would be a giant PvE game or PvP game as well. You have kingdoms in there, you have raids that you can do. They had like a whole vision for that. And I think they even got funded by the Binance Lab, where they got like $2, $3, $4 million in funding. Yeah, you see where it went. But at least we can reminisce about the old days where we became the most powerful blade wielder in the blockchain. If you still have an account, maybe you can click on the bazaar, which opens another page now. Instead of having a marketplace on the website as it used to be, and you can just buy things and sell them, you have a different page called bazaar, where you have to select the chain you're on, Binance Smart Chain, then you have to connect to that with your wallet, so you have to trust this site, right? Here you can list the NFTs, your items, and then you have to buy and sell on there. So all the improvements that they made, it looks worse visually, I feel like. Now they have ads in there. I could swear view block origin. Okay, I have it disabled, because I think when I had this enabled to block the ads, the fights didn't work. Or the pop-ups didn't work for signing the transaction, approving it in your wallet. So in case you thought about, well, maybe this still is profitable. No, it's not. It isn't. Don't play it. If you could even sell anything in here, go for it. If you have some skill left, go to PancakeSwap or ApeSwap. You can see on CoinMarketCap, if you scroll down, where they have liquidity available. Honestly, just swap it. Just swap it back. Get your money. Maybe in 2024 with the next bull run, this comes back. The chances, very unlikely. Because here's what I think. Now we have 2 really cool things. One is AI that does everything for you, and we have Unreal Engine. If we combine, we can create everything with it looks like it's real, and then we just add the C for crypto, then there are probably going to be some really cool games where they just implement crypto. That's what I think. So the whole click and point adventure, like our Cryptoblades over here, I think that's over. I don't think Axie is going to come back. I don't think many of the other games are gonna go through. When it comes to gaming in general, things like Illuvium and Star Atlas, because they put in effort and we've been working on this for years and years, this has the potential, but this also used to be at almost $2,000, you know, 1,800 something, and now it's at 40. Last thing I would say when it comes to like making some money, which was the whole point of this, the one thing that I found about 2.5 years ago, which actually makes like passive income without doing much, which is like the whole idea, something that always runs in the background. It's a site called Honeygain. It just outsources your internet, runs in the background, you never notice that. This makes me like $10, $15 a month passively, so if I were to actively play Cryptoblades with like 15 accounts, I will make the exact same amount there on a good day as on Honeygain, so link down below, it's free. Just thought I'd mention it because you set it up once, done. Simple, generally passive. If you still play Cryptoblades or have like anything to say about the video, let me know in the comments down below. I hope they somehow make the best comeback ever. And this goes back to our characters have an actual worth. Skill goes to $160. Life is good. We'll see though in the next couple of years. If not, this is probably dead. Take care.